We're concerned.
This Virginia father tells 7 News Loudoun County Public Schools is formally investigating whether his son committed sexual harassment after he and his 2 friends talked about being uncomfortable with the fact that there was a girl in the boys' locker room.
He was questioning why there was a female in the male's locker room.
The dad says a female student who identifies as a male has been using the boys' locker room for some time now. In March, after gym class, the female student used a phone to record his son and his friends in the Stonebridge High School boys' locker room.
I believe that is an invasion of their privacy.
According to LCPS's own policy, video and audio recordings are prohibited in school locker rooms. But it's his son, not the student that shot it, who is facing serious consequences because of that recording.
Yeah, I don't think my son should be punished for expressing his First Amendment right and being able to ask questions. And the other boys were uncomfortable. And there was other boys and they were asking the same question. And it created a very uncomfortable situation. I think they're young, they're 15 years old. They are expressing their opinions. And now they're being targeted for expressing those opinions.
He wants LCPS to dismiss the Title IX complaint against the boys. He also believes LCPS should reverse the policy that allows students to use bathrooms and locker rooms based on their chosen gender identity. A controversial policy that put LCPS in the national spotlight after a boy sexually assaulted a girl in a Stonebridge High School girls' bathroom a few years ago. Other locker room issues in LCPS have sparked parent and student protests against Policy 8040, which the school board says is intended to be inclusive to non-binary and transgender students. Today, Loudoun County is one of 5 Northern Virginia school districts being investigated by the U.S. Department of Education for possible Title IX violations because of this policy.
Jeez, so this is an interesting twist on the story because it's a female identifying as a transgender addressing in front of the boys. And first of all, it's kind of funny that some boys would have a problem with that, when you're in high school. But Katie, there's a policy at the school. Their board policy states that students are allowed to, quote, use the facility that corresponds to their consistently asserted gender identity, end quote. So what do you think about this?
What does that even mean? What, like, how consistent? Their consistently asserted gender identity. If they're already able to make up whatever gender they want, what does it matter if it's consistent? Because it doesn't have to be consistent if I identify as this at this moment in time. That's me being consistent with my inconsistency. And so the fact that this is actually boys, I guess, being the victims in this case, is different than the norm of what we have. And it's interesting to me that this is actually getting attention because I guess, unfortunately, anytime it's been like boys claiming victimhood status for something, it's like, how dare you? You're just a bunch of, and normally, white Christian boys. Like, normally that is what the protocol has been. And I'm not saying that's just what it has been. It's the truth. So I'm glad the governor has gotten some attention to it and is like, what's going on? And the attorney general looking into this. But it's pathetic and sad that we are at this state where our children are needing to be protected from transgenders trying to videotape them in the locker room.